Good.
I'm here with Yumi at the Handmade Markets, the Christmas market, which is kind of the biggest one of the year, yeah?
It is, definitely.
Is it for you though? Because you have a lot of fashion related stuff around Fashion Fest and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but in terms of business turnover, this is definitely the biggest one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense because it's Christmas. So I just had a couple of little questions for you. How long have you been doing markets for?
A long time. So I probably started on a much smaller scale.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Wow,
probably.
that's the longest one so far.
So it's been a while.
What markets did you start at?
The very first one that I did was probably the Hall Market.
Yeah.
A very long time ago.
Yep.
And then I did Bus Depot. I've done markets in Melbourne. So I've done a few
Yeah, that's
now.
right, because you have been travelling and stuff to do.
Yeah, and I've done
specifically
Sydney
markets.
ones as well.
Yeah, awesome. That's great. And so how long do you think it took you? Well, I'm just assuming that, the first time you do markets is kind of nerve-wracking and stuff. So how long do you think it took you to sort of get really confident with your setup and just the general market?
You know what? I'm still not confident with the setup. I always am trying to think of ways to make it look better.
Yeah.
But we've definitely got it down pat.
Yeah,
So,
it's amazing. Just quietly, look. It's like, I'm terrible at the selfie stick, but, and you even has, do you have your change
I do, but it's kind of hidden
It's
behind
hidden
there.
behind there, even better. Fab.
Yep.
Oh, look, if I just go further away, we can see stuff. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so how long do you think it took you to get confident with like sales stuff?
I think it's once you really figure out your product and your customers,
It becomes much easier.
it's
doesn't
much
it?
easier.
Yeah.
So you know what to set up because what's going to be popular with your customers, what sells the best, what needs to be out the front, putting colours together, that kind of thing. I guess it took a while,
Yeah.
but it was more sort of in line with having my business streamlined and confident about who my customers were.
Yeah, it all comes down to that, doesn't it? Just
Exactly,
knowing your
yeah.
business inside and out, knowing who your customers are and what they need and want.
Yes.
And my last question is, if you were talking to someone who is maybe thinking about applying for a big designer market like this, but they're afraid to, because of whatever reason, what would your advice be?
Just do it.
Just do it!
Just do it. Even if it's a bigger outlay in money, take the risk. Make sure you've got enough stock to be prepared for it. Because it's the best place also to be able to get to know your customer.
Exactly,
because you're talking to people face to face. You're getting feedback from them. You get to understand what it is that they want, what they don't like, what you can improve on. It's the best place
And
to
that's
figure
what
out who your
other
customer
people have
is.
been saying too.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
And that's really how I learnt who my customer was
Yeah.
and what they want.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries.
Well, thanks, Yumi. I hope you have a great weekend. There's still 2 days left, and it's going to be
Yeah,
massive.
I get the day off tomorrow.
Lucky. Good.
I've got friends
Outsourcing.
roped in
Outsourcing.
to
Yeah,
look
love
after it.
That's good. All right, well, have a good time. Yeah, your hair's always amazing.